Welcome, dear friends. Salutations to you and gratitudes for being with me in this endeavor of trying to unfold the beautiful gems of wisdom hidden in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Out of his love and kindness, Lord Krishna gave us through Arjuna for our all outer management of problems, crises, and situations, for our achievement of all our outer goals, so too for the sake of our own inner quietness, calmness, and peace and happiness, and also for our inner unfoldment. So, in one round of study of Gita, very vaguely we know the things. It will definitely help us to have little glimpses so that our respect for the Gita will grow. And then keep on studying more and more deeper. Meanings helpful for our life start getting revealed. And when you know that, you will understand all the treasure of knowledge required for all achievements are very much there in Gita itself. Thereafter, Gita Kartavya Kim Anyaihi Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmat Vinisruta. Enough is Gita study for all successes. No need of other any of the guidance or texts. Gita is from the heart of the Lord, gurgled out to bless the entire humanity through Arjuna in that situation. As you grow in age, as you keep on studying, you yourself. Only one thing is that drop that biasness, that drop that the typical youth mentality of arrogance, disinterestedness, and trying to act like a Nastic. All that are not necessary. Why you need to get some kicks? Then only you will believe God or what? Only when you get through some failures that you come to study Shastra? Or is it that when you grow in age and we are good for nothing and can do nothing, that time you go and fall at the feet of Guru or Shastra and now protect me, useless? That's a very low brand of people. You are not that. Right from the day one, when you become conscious of your individuality, you come to Gita, you learn the bits of Gita, humbly you implement them for your own inner and outer achievements. So don't have any of those things by which you are away from the grand, great, glorious guidance from the Gurus and God. Simple common sense. If you have it is good. If you don't have, God bless you. In today's class also one mantra, one common sense thought and also Gita. In Gita today we will be seeing in chapter 3 in continuation shlokas 22, 23, 24. The essence of these shlokas is Bhagavan when he told about the need of performing throughout chapter 3 because its name is Karma Yoga. Then even to achieve Paramatma, you have to do karma. While doing karma only, selflessly, purifying yourself, getting qualified for the knowledge, gaining the knowledge, meditate and know the Lord. For spiritual achievement also, for the required purity, you have to do action. More so when you have to succeed in the outer world. How can we only imagining in the mind that I want this and that, and you don't want to work planningly without gathering resources? How can it be possible? See the example of Janaka. He was performing outside as a great king. Simultaneously, he was doing his inner sadhana. He became Rajarshi. एंड यू आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग यू टू बिकम राजर्षि वो तो दूर की बात है पहले अपने पाँव पे खड़े हो जाओ माय डियर यंगस्टर्स दैट्स द ट्यून दिस व्हाट yesterday Krishna gave Janaka's example. Now anybody like Arjuna also, when a theme is told, then some other example is given. The first question comes thereafter is what? Okay, you told a theme, I understood, you gave the example of Janaka, but tell me what about you? Are you doing it first of all to tell me? Bhagavan saw on Arjuna's face this type of doubt or question. Then Bhagavan takes these three shlokas 22, 23, 24 to say, oh Arjuna, look at my example also, me as example. I have no duty in the world. I have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. And yet, am I not 24 into 7 working all over the world all the time? And do you know why I do that? If I don't do this, people follow me and they also stop doing. In that way, there will be no performance by anyone, the whole world gets destroyed. Keep me as an example. Therefore, to keep up the tempo of activity, tempo of achievement, tempo of life, tempo of dynamism, you have to keep on working along with your own goal achievements. Never ever be a non performer of the laziness. First, learn to perform, then perform actively, dynamically, intelligently with the greater and greater and higher goals. The ultimate goal is reaching me. That's later on for you. But right now, greatest goal, highest performance, reaching that goal, celebrating life. So he gives his own example that tirelessly, relentlessly, incessantly, continuously, constantly, eternally, I'm going on working. Where is he working? How is he working? All that we will see when we come to the shloka. Now let us start doing our prayer. Today also one mantra will learn. First initial mantra Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. See, last 3 days we are learning one mantra every day. Friday we learnt Om Aim Hrim Hrim Shrim Klau Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matre Namaha. Saturday we learned Om Namo Narayanaya. Yesterday we learned from Kalisantarana Upanishad Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Today we learn one mantra of Lord Shiva. Japa mantra. Maybe keep a target of 1,08,000, do it. This mantra japa helps us in quietening our mind, freeing from the restlessnesses, depressions or angers mainly. The wrath and anger and rage we have sometime, destroying our career and others also. So this japa of this mantra keeps us in very well balanced mind. The mantra is very simple of Lord Shiva. It's the first line of the Rudram. It goes like this. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. That's all. Rudraya means Rodanam Dravayati. Both. If you don't follow the rules, he makes you cry. If you follow the rules and devoted to him, he removes all your cryings and gives that joy and peace. That's why this mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. That's it. Lord Shiva, either in Linga form, 12 Jyotirlingas are there in our India and thousands of Shiva Mandiras, your own choice of temple, or Shiva in Dhyana Mudra, or Mother Parvati ke saath, or the family photo, in whatever the form you want to do. Just meditational form is good one, or Shivalinga form. Remember in your heart, chant this mantra 12 times, 27 times. While doing so, pray to him. O Bhagavan, remove all the rodhanam from my life. Give me the peace. Remove the anger. Remove the all unwanted nonsense from my mind and heart. Let me be fixed in my higher goals and working toward that and reach that. In this way, very, very useful, beautiful, important, powerful is this mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Let us chant. I'll keep the count for 27 times. Remember Lord Shiva in your heart and do it. I also do the same way. I will do it by imagining the entire Brahmanda as Bhagavan Shiva Rupa and Shivalinga, and to him I am doing the Abhishekam, Archana, and Puja, and Arati, and Pranam, and praying to him my desire of revealing the truth or self to me. After that, may I be instrument in his hands to serve his own creation. Thank you. Let us start. Remember Lord Shiva, start. ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय 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 ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। 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 ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय. In the Rudram, this mantra continues in the Prathama Anuvaka. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namaste Rudramanyava Uto Taishabhe Namaha. Namaste Astu Dhanvane Bahubhyam Utate Namaha. Ya Taishu Shivatama Shivam Babhovate Dhanuho. Shivasaravyaya Tavatayano Rudramrudaya. Ya Te Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Babakashini. तयानस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ता विचाकशीः यामिषं गिरिशन्तहस्ते विवर्षस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहिगंसे पुरुषं जगत शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमित्यगदयक्ष्मकं सुमना असतो अध्यवोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक अहीकश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः मङ्गलः ये चेमागं रुद्राविदो दिक्षुश्रिता सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेड ईमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा दुषन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि स दृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानो हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्त्रियोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्तैषव पराता भगवो वप अवतत्यदनुस्त्वगं सहस्राक्षशते शुदे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो न सुमना भव विद्यं धनु कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आहुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय न तताय धृष्णवे भवाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वदः अथो य इषुदिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितं शम्भवे नमः ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः. Just like that, I just chanted it. See, even to utter one word of Sanskrit, it is so difficult for us. But there are some people in our country, Brahmins and anybody, who can chant them and who have by hearted such huge, huge long mantras, and they employ those mantras to do the puja and invoke God's grace for our own life's successes and happinesses. So, how much respect and reverence and gratefulness we should have towards them. More greater than those are those who even know the deeper meanings of all these mantra shlokas, in which all the truths, secrets of success are hidden for the outer and inner. They are called as our rishis, munis, and gurus who have worked for millions of lives and learnt all these things and freely giving this wisdom to us. No, you cannot hesitate to call them the expression of God directly, because only the Lord who so selflessly blesses and guides us for outer ultimate success, inner ultimate success. I'm just telling, thousands and millions of people are there. Remember, if you have good sound money or any of the resource, whenever such Brahmanas or even who are doing this Yagnikam or Paurohitam, Mantrocharanam, Satsangam, just respect them. Any of the seva, if you can do, you do it. Because the toughest things of these Shastriya Vishayas, they know it. You are also great. You are doing those things which they can't do, like your own technologies, your sciences, your medicine, and all. You are also not less. But these are all the material sciences which can give only bhukti, not mukti. But the knowledge which they give us is higher. Therefore, any day they are greater than us. Secondly, with all our knowledge, we should only have the humbleness only, humility only, not the arrogance. So learn it by respecting them. Clear? Just an idea came to me to discuss with you, share with you. I shared it. If you like it, take it. If not, doesn't matter. Now, in today's common sense thought, without much of explanation or elaboration, very simple thing. What it is, what? Ki wherever we are, at home or marketplace or offices, whichever the place in transport, etc., the common sense thought is what? Please keep in mind that you are one among the total, one among the many. You are not the only one. Maintain this attitude. In any day, the many is more greater, useful, higher than the one. Therefore, always one should tune and submit to the many. Don't expect the many to tune to you, the one. In this attitude, if you as a one cannot help or serve the total, never mind, please at least don't become a disrupting, disturbing, kamzor khadi. May me, the individual, if I contribute to the total's great, glorious achievements, very good. If I can't do that, let me not become the thorn in the path of the totality. And how do we do that? When do we do that? Only when we become illogically selfish and when we become lazily irresponsible. So when that selfishness is dropped and then laziness and irresponsibility is replaced by doing our duties, then even if we are not helping greatly the society or totality, at least we are not becoming a thorn. We are not becoming a liability. We are not becoming an impediment. Like in cricket, you see, if you are not able to get the strike properly, hit the ball for sixes and fours in this T20 match, at least get out and let the new person come and make the score. No, you for your own personal targets, tick karte hue, you achieved your 50, but India lost the match. Is it correct? In the same way, expand your mind. Be educated, be matured, be literate. The real maturity, literacy, and education is taking the total into account, working for the sake of total, not individual. That is how the common sense thought for the day. Now let's start our Gita. So it is chapter 3. Remember, the chapter 3 is Karma Yoga. Lord is trying to guide Arjuna and all of us from a non performer to performer, from a performer to the selfless performer, from a selfless performer to a performer for the sake of total. Just now, which we thought. Just now, we shared that thought. And you and I, as a youngsters, from now onwards only, these type of visions when we develop, we are not liability to the world. World will not crush us down. So कर्म योग, कर्म को योग में कैसे बदलना? In that, we have seen in the beginning classes only the inevitability of the action and which action has to be done niyatam karma, and how it has to be done in the yajna bhavana. Example is given to us, huh? Like, yajna bhavana ki Bhagavan has given it as the parting gift to all of us, and it is a ishtakama dhuku. And with this yajna bhavana, propitiate devatas, they also propitiate you. Then that big shlokas, two shlokas of 7 steps, the giant wheel of action, Annat Bhavanti Bhutani and all that. After that, we were told about the Jnani Siddha Purushas. They are the ones who are reveling in the self, therefore they have no duty to perform, yet they are going on performing. And why they don't have that duty to do, all that is told. In the yesterday's class, what was inspiringly told to us was don't give up your activity. Keep on performing dynamically, else unused atrophy, all your abilities, etc. go away. We start becoming lazier. In fact, the infinite potentialities are there in us because the Lord who is with infinite potential is very much in our heart. But the greater and grander and higher goals of highest inspiration, we are not putting in our mind. We only have maximum goal of eat and sleep like buffalo. That much only our inner abilities are expressed. In the same world, if you see the people, one extreme are what? Struggling for their own survival. Other extreme is what? Who are guiding thousands and thousands of people, who are employing thousands of people, who is supporting lakhs of people. बंदे दोनों एक ही हैं. In both of them, the God is same. God is same in both of them with equal power. In one, the whole potentiality of God expressed, in other he did not. Why? He has had that highest goal and is working together towards that. You and I have no goal at all. Therefore, we are only at this level. Infinite potentiality is there in us to achieve so many things. But you have to aim at the goal and keep on bringing those abilities. Without the goal, the higher and greater in us will only get dormant only. It won't come out. Only sticking to me, my wife, my children, my mother, father, and my job. Even that is better than being more lazy. But beyond that also, in the given same time, with the resources, we have to keep on giving, having more and more goals. Goal for the family members, the friends, the neighbors, the society. Variety of the goal and go on putting efforts, achieving them. That is the beauty of living. Without that, it is better to die. Is it not? Keep on performing. So, Janak Raja, Karmana eva samsiddhi mastita, yesterday it was told. Outside, he was working as a king. Inside, he was working on his own inner unfoldment. So, Arjun ko wo diya ja raha hai. What Arjuna wanted? To run away from the outer job of Dwar and sit in some place for meditation. Krishna knows he will run away, but in the mind he will fight with Duryodhana only. He will be doing none of both. Therefore, he took the Rajarshi example to inspire him to say, it's not so. Outside you have to work for dharma, not selfishly. It helps you in inner purity. Then inside also, you can go on doing your study and meditation. They are complementary to each other. Your study and meditation should help you to work vigorously, but without selfishness and ego. And without selfishness, when you work for the world on the reason of the dharma, your heart becomes purified. Then you become qualified for your inner spiritual journey. In this way, complement both of them. Giving up everything and going for meditation is at the very later stage only for few. And never going for spirituality, getting lost in the world, is the many people do. A wise person strikes balance between both of them. He never becomes lazy nor become only worldly. He starts adding spirituality in his life. Many, many lives, he does balance of both of them. When that is over and the later on, slowly his inclination towards spirituality grows, then automatically when he is involving in spirituality, the other things anyway will go away. By the way. Now, when Krishna gave Rajarshi Janaka's example of outer achievements and inner unfoldment, Arjuna putting a question mark face. What about you? तो अपना एग्जाम्पल दो तुम क्या है like that. भगवान says, मेरे प्यारे, I understood your feeling. Even I am also same. I have nothing to do as a duty, nothing to achieve, nothing to lose. yet I am working continuously. If I don't work, people get misguided. With that, total world become destroyed. Therefore, I who am available here for the construction and growth of everyone, by my non-performance, I become the cause of destruction of everyone. I am aware of that. Therefore, though I don't have anything to gain or lose, yet I am going on working, working, working. That way, you take example from me. I having nothing to gain, still I am working. When you have to achieve so many your goals, of the worldly, of the this and that, how can you be lazy? How can you be lethargic? How can you be an escapist? How can you yield to all your indulgences and become powerless, energyless, emotionless, inspirationless? That's not human. See how Bhagavad Gita's knowledge empowers us, inspires us to take up goals and achieve. It's not a sad, pessimistic misguidance of low confidence and all. No. Nor it is a fanatic thing कि ऐसा नहीं करोगे तो मार देंगे. Nor it even it's a aggressive thing instigating you to indulge in the world. No. That is why the glory of Bhagavad Gita. It makes you active, dynamic, and that activeness, dynamism is not in selfishness nor in destroying the world, but that active dynamism is in serving the world and in your own redemption. Can there be any greater learning than this? And this is given to us by Gita. Therefore, can there be any greater knowledge than Gita? Then should we not be grateful? What is the gratefulness Krishna or Gita expect from us? Study Gita, learn, implement, get benefit, grow in life, pass it on to others, so that this guidance continuously keeps the humanity in good mood, good tempo, good inspiration to achieve greater and higher things. What's wrong in that? Just because it is a Hindu text, therefore it's a secular country, therefore such great texts should not study. What nonsense, Bewakuf. You, when you become MLAs, ministers, and all, na, go and make the constitution changed. Make Bhagavad Gita as the national grantha first. Let the whole country be studying Gita for all its outer and inner successes. And implement that Gita scheme of syllabus in schools and colleges from the class 4 onwards only. Bhagavad Gita teaching should start. Every class, some shlokas, some chapters, some themes, some topics, some inspirational things. कुछ भी करके थ्रू आउट द स्टडी पीरियड, 10th हो, 12th हो, ग्रेजुएट हो, पीजी हो, इवन मास्टर्स कर रहे, इवन इन द ऑफिस ऑल्सो, every day there should be few shlokas of Gita repeatedly discussed. There should be exams, there should be competitions, there should be seminars on Bhagavad Gita. And at every scheme, every place, every department, the knowledge of Gita should be implemented by people. Then how will not be the success coming? How will not the totality grow? Definitely. I am sure that if that day comes, the result also will be equally beautiful. Now, three shlokas we are taking today: 22, 23, 24. Three shlokas. Though actually I talk on each shloka for 2 hours, but for you I have to condense the meaning and tell you at your level. Is it not? I'm not talking from the spiritual highest standpoint. What you can learn from Gita at your level as the youngsters to succeed. And please, after listening to these classes, don't think that Gita has only this knowledge, and don't think that I also know only this much of Gita. Gita is Moksha Grantha. We are not studying in that angle. When I take my classes for the elders, which may start maybe in Gita Jayanti next month or maybe little later, that time with the different commentaries of Adi Shankara, Madhusudan and all, exhaustively for Mukti, I'll talk on Gita. I am very much conscious about it. Just because I am talking on Gita to you, suitable to you, I am not going to devalue Gita or lessen its glory in any day. Somehow our youngsters also must get benefit, get exposed of it. With this idea, the Lord has given this chance. Therefore, I am talking. Gita is not only for outer successes, it is also for outer successes, but mainly it's for the spiritual unfoldment. It is a Mukti Grantha first, then only the Bhukti Grantha. Keep it in mind. Never mind. Now come to the third chapter, Shloka. The three shlokas are like this. Mm, mm. न मे पार्थ अस्ति कर्तव्यम त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन na anavaptam avaptavyam varte eva cha karmani. Why? Yadi hi aham na varteyam जातु कर्मणि अतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्म अनुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः हे पार्थ सर्वशः. Then what will happen? Utsideyuh ime lokaha na kuryam karma chet aham. Then sankarasya cha kartasyam. Then ubahanyam imaha prajaha. See, so simple if you chant it word by word meaning. If you know, it's only one attempt. Half an hour enough for knowing the word to word meaning of these three shlokas throughout life. That is an asset to you. Very good it is. So, like every day, we'll do it two times chanting. Then I'll explain word to word meaning, total meaning, sadhana for us. Start. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Geeta Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama. ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ द्वाविंशतितम त्रयोविंशतितम चतुर्विंशतितमौ श्लोकौ ॐ न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम् न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम् त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यम् नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यम् वर्त एव च कर्मणि वर्त एव च कर्मणि. नेक्स्ट. यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. नेक्स्ट. उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः उपहन्यामि माः prajaah. Now once only together, एक ही बार without repetition. I am sure you all having the book in your hands, well covered, respectfully held in the hand with a pen and notebook also, noting down important points. Have patience. Don't be in a hurry like some of the YouTubers. Come 5 seconds, they listen and they go away thinking that this is not for them. My regular student should be giving that half an hour time with all sincerity so that the Lord and the Gurus and all of us put together try to inject into you some wisdom and inspiration for your own success. Have patience. Apply yourself. Be sincere. Don't be that reckless, negligent, careless, the ha-hoo type of extroverted youngster of indulgence. Then you cannot be molded. We want to mold you, but you have to be moldable. And if the stone is not available to the sculpture, then how can he mold it to an idol? And two, three bangings he gave, immediately the stone broken. It will be thrown only. It will not be used for making an idol. So till the sculpture makes it an idol, the stone has to surrender. You and I are the stones. The Guru and Shastra and God is the sculpture. Till we are molded to be a perfect person of our own life like an idol, we have to keep on surrendering. In that surrender, giving time, giving interest, having the liking, having the patience, applying ourselves, being regular and sincere, noting the important point, pondering over them, using the logic, seeing the examples, getting the understanding, practicing it of it, coming to the conviction, practicing further to make that conviction as habit, then make it a nature and live life exactly what Gita expects to us. Then what Gita promises us of the outer and inner successes will be our habit. It's all in your hands. We only can tell and move ahead. How much you respond to it, in what way, that's what decides how you are helped by Gita. But highly, greatly, with reverence, respect, you are using, you are tuning and using, you will get everything of this world and that world and the ultimate also. There's no doubt regarding it. Okay, chant once. Om Name Parthasti Kartavyam Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana Nanavaptamavaptavyam Varta Eva Cha Karmani Yadi Hyaham Navarteyam Jatu Karmanya Tandritaha Mama Vartmanuvartante मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्याम् इमाः प्रजाः स्पष्ट उच्चारण you learn it will come to. Now I'll tell one by one word meaning. First one, 22. Hey Partha. Hey Partha is the address of Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Prutha Putra is Partha. Prutha is the actual name of Kunti Mata. But Kunti Bhoja has taken, adopted her. He gave the name as Kunti. So sometimes he is called as Kaunteya, so Kunti Putra. Sometimes Krishna addresses him as Partha, the Prutha Putro. Pandava, Panduputra. Hey Partha, Name Partha Asti Kartavyam. Me Kartavyam na Asti. I have no duties compelling me to perform. Trishu lokeshu. In Bhuloka, in Antariksha Loka, in Swarga Loka. Or in the grass world, subtle world, or causal world. Anywhere, I have no kartavyam to do kinchana, even little. Why? As it was said already 4-5 shlokas back, because you will have a kartavya to perform when you have to gain something. And you need to gain something when you don't have something. But in my case, I have everything, therefore I have nothing to gain, therefore I have no kartavya to do. Like you and I have no knowledge, and we have to have the knowledge. Therefore, to gain the knowledge, you have to do the kartavya of going to school and college for that knowledge and coming to these classes for the Gita knowledge. So in the second line, Bhagavan says, first what did he say? Hey Partha, na me kartavyam asti. Na me. Na means not. Me means to me. Partha or Arjuna. Na me Partha asti is there. Kartavyam. So na is the negation. It is said in the first letter only. Therefore there is no kartavyam duty for me. Trishu lokeshu in all the three periods of time, in all the three worlds also. Kinchana, even little. Why? Because na anavaptam. Na anavaptam is not gained thing, is not there with me. There is nothing which is not gained by me or owned by me. So too, therefore, na avaptavyam. There is nothing to be gained. कोई अवाप्तव्य है तो उसको पाने के लिए कोई कर्तव्य होता है. Something not gained and you want to gain it, therefore you are bound to do the duty. Something. So I don't have money, I want money for my life. So to earn the money, the duty I have to do as a duty. So anavapta is not there. Nothing is there which is not gained by me. So whole world belongs to him only. So too there is nothing which I need to gain. Because of these two reasons, me kartavyam na asti. Hey Partha, Trishu Lokesh. Beautiful it is. Name Partha asti kartavyam. Hey Partha, me kartavyam nasti. Trishu lokeshu. All three periods of time, everywhere. Kinchana, even little also. Because na anavaptam, avaptavyam. Nothing to be. Nothing is not there with me. There is nothing which is not there with me. Therefore, there is nothing for me to be gained. Therefore, nothing to be done. No kartavya. Yet, even then, Nanavaptam avaptavyam. Even then, the last line is called Varte evacha karmani. I am going on, going on, going on, going on, continuously working. There is nothing which is not with me or for me, nor I have anything to gain. Therefore, I don't have kartavya. This is one part. I have everything. I am not lacking anything. I am not lacking anything. Therefore, I have nothing to as kartavya. One part. Second part is what? And yet varte evacha karmani. Varta means vartav, vyavhar. I am going on working, going on working, going on working, going on working. Now you may ask question, Swamiji, where is Bhagavan working? You understand? Please remember, it is Bhagavan only working everywhere. It is only we who claim that we are the doers. If you really have a wisdom or dimag to open up and see, dimag khol kar dekhoge, you can see the work of the Lord millions of ways in the world done without any expectation. Going on working, Bhagavan is. Where is he working, Bhagavan? You tell me, Swamiji. Now, dekho, in the Lord's Son, are you working? In the Lord's Son, is your neighbor working? Is your uncle, grandfather, your college professor working in the Son? Is your officer working? Your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your parents? Who is there in the Son? It is Lord only. The Lord only in the form of sun continuously working to give the heat and light to the entire these three worlds of Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Antarikshaloka. Now, did sun take any holiday on his name Sunday? We take holiday yesterday. Today is Monday. That's why Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya we learned. Is he not the Lord's Son going on working? When he sets, we slowly wind up and we sleep. But he is working the other part of the globe. Is not the river continuously flowing? Who is there in the river flowing continuously and giving waters to the people who are at the banks, etc.? Now, who is working through the winds or air, entering into our nostrils and becoming an oxygen one side, prana shakti other side? Is he not he? Who is, see, there are only two things. Either Lord should work or others should work. Wherever the others are not there, then who is working is Lord only. In our own system, we fill and set and forget. You know, this is ad, fill it, set it, forget it. Then the vehicle takes you to 100 kilometers. That is what is the mileage for 1 liter. So we fill our stomach with food and we shut our mouth because the food is over. Then we forget. But then who is doing all your 9 systems in your body because of which we are alive, because of which we are surviving? Again, the same question. Is that government is doing it? Is your mother, father doing it? Is your any of the friends doing? Relatives doing? Or the mm, are you doing it? If we are given that work to do, we will never be able to do any other work, nor this work also we can do continuously perfectly. Then we only just destroy ourselves or collapse. Is it not? You know, who is doing the secretion of all the enzymes, other liquids, fluids required? You are not doing, I am not doing, government is not doing. Then who is left? Bhagavan only. And how those enzymes mixing with the food which is already mixed with the blood, then the wonderful activities going on, the blood, the heat is supplied there, and how that process of digestion. Then the fecal matter has to go to that path, urine has to go for this path, and some dirty matter which cannot go through those things, it comes out through the sweat, some comes out as a nails. Nails and hair are the dirt of the body, thrown out in that means. Who is doing all that? And who is doing this job of the same food digested going to each part of the body and becoming that particular part and giving that energy? Food alone is making me speak. Food alone is making me see. Food alone is making me listen. Food alone is making me talk or walk. अरे एक ही भोजन इतने शक्तियों के रूप में कौन बदल रहा है? तुम नहीं कर रहे ना, मैं नहीं कर रहे. Then who is there? Bhagwan only. So we gave the example of the sun and oceans and rivers and the winds in the total. We gave the example in our own personal inner thing. And also in so many things. Who has kept the seedness in the seed? And when the seed is sown by you, who is the one who is making it sprout to, becoming a big tree? You are not doing, I am not doing. When you and I are not doing, who's the left person? God only. He is inside the tree, growing slowly, making the tree grow, and in its own maturity, give that flowers and slowly see. When the Jan Feb March comes, throughout the country or what, millions of mango trees, that white color flower coming, and dekhte it becomes a tiny that fruit, and slowly, 15 din mein it becomes so big. And if no bandar like you or me are breaking it, it gets fructified there. And what a nectarine mangoes coming. कौन कर रहा है यार ये सब? Many, like I'm deceased. I take medicine. Who is making the medicine work? Who is the one who worked in that scientist to make him create that medicine, to do the research and all? No, if you have this vision, it is a spiritual vision, no doubt. Then there's no place where God is not there, and everything is happening because of Him only. Therefore, He is the doer actually. But at the same time, we have to do our own work for our own achievement. We can't say to God, तो सब कुछ कर रहा है तुम, मेरा भी तुम ही करो. Then that is not right. That is sheer arrogance and laziness and stupidity and murkhata. One gives an example to prove to us that when I am performing where I have nothing to gain, how you have so many desires to fulfill, goals to achieve, how can you be lazy? And in the philosophical tone, just to avoid doubts, questions in your mind, evolution is from the stoneness to conscious levelness. From the stone, we have come to the semi conscious level. Identify the body, we are conscious as well as inert. So, our next goal is to totally become identified with the consciousness. Further, you have to go on working in the evolution. Up to human, the nature brings us evolved. As a human, when you are given individuality, when you are given powers, abilities, when you are given intellect to think and decide, it is our responsibility to. Therefore, we have to do to evolve. Keep that mind. This thought I am sharing with you. If you have a question, सब कुछ भगवान करे तो मैं क्यों करूँ? तुम्हारे एवोल्यूशन के लिए करना बेटा, तुम्हारे डिजायर्स फुलफिलमेंट के लिए करना है बेटा, तुम्हारा ड्यूटी है बेटा उसके लिए करना है, इस तरह से. So Bhagavan gave his example, He Partha me Trishulokeshu kartavyam nasti. Why? Because anavaptam navaptavyam, nothing not gained and nothing to be gained. Yet varte vacha karmani. And when we sleep at night, he is the only one. All the functions of the kidneys, functions of the lungs, inhaling, exhaling. आपको पता है मानो बेटा तुम ही करो आज से अपना inhale, exhale. You will die only. Because you're focusing on inhaling, exhaling, other thing you are not able to do. And a good movie you saw, and 2-3 minutes you enjoying movie, by the time you forgot inhaling, exhaling, and collapsed. In fact, in life, so simple activities only he gave to us. All the vital, very crucial activities he only is doing. Because he knows if it is given to a diluted human being, he will forget to do and he will bring his own calamity. At the total level and individual level, all the very sublime important activity portfolio Bhagavan keeps with himself and he goes on doing. So first sloka is understood. Bhagavan has nothing to gain or lose, therefore he has no kartavya, yet he is going on working. Yet he is going on working. Yet he is going on working. Therefore, our lesson is what from this sloka independently? आगे भी बताएंगे, पूर्व मिलाकर भी बताएंगे. But at this sloka level, what is to be learned? When Lord has nothing to gain or lose if he is working, when we have to earn the money, earn the name and fame, become famous, be a contributor to the world, spiritual also grow. How can we afford to not work in the world, lazy out? We cannot afford even a moment to waste in indulgences and non-performances and lazinesses and sleep. Learn from Bhagwan, learn from great gurus and saints. How can you be? What do you mean by sleeping, lazy fellow? मैं थक गया हूँ, सो रहा हूँ. अबे किया क्या तू थक गया ना? मैं ना गेम्स खेला, बच्चों के साथ, दोस्तों के साथ गप्पे मारी, दे दबा के खाया क्योंकि फोकट में मिल रहा था. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई एम टायर्ड, नाउ आई एम स्लीपिंग. And you sleep, 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 oh sleep, and it is so much left that you are tired of sleeping also. Such a rascal type of youngster, worse than even Kumbhakarna and all. Chi, chi, chi. If you are of that type, get out of my class. Otherwise, I will get unnecessarily influenced by you. No sympathy. Ruthless we have to be some places. And you have some friends of that type. Anyway, सो रहा है, उसको ले जाके ना कहीं जंगल में छोड़ के आना. All animals will look at him and run away because they don't want to be influenced by that lazy fellow. And you are the one, if so, come out of that. Be a performer, be an achiever, be a contributor. That's it. Any thought other than this is negative thought. Any justification of that negative thought is misusing the intellect. And that is continued is a sign of arrogance. Such person is a liability to society. Society intelligently, smartly sees to it that this fellow is selected and deleted. Like, all the cricket and all, when they look at the players and coaches, when their performance is not up to the mark, the selection committee removed, the openers were removed, the captain is changed, the total team is changed. डर के मारे, you saw yesterday the performance, 190 above and 65 runs defeat. India won the match. In the same way, when the total knows that we are a liability, it will remove us. So keep on inspiring yourselves. Nobody, because you want nobody to help you. Therefore, help yourself. And only helping yourself is what? Inspire yourself with auto suggestions. I have to achieve, for that I have to perform. I have to achieve, for that I have to perform. If you say, I want, but I don't want to work, I want this and that, I don't want to work, then already said Mithyachari, Vimudhatma. Already in the shloka number 6 or 5, we were given bangings there. God has nothing to gain or lose, yet is going on working. Then we also keep on working. That's the lesson we learn from that shloka. Then Bhagavan says, but if you don't work, what's the loss? Why are you working when you have nothing to gain or lose? He says, Yadi. Yadi means, Hindi mein bhi Yadi hai ki nahi? Yadi hi avar, Yadi hi aham. Yadi, if at all, he verily aham me. Navarteyam. You are not continuously working, not working. Jatu karmani, in my activities. Atandritaha, giving up my laziness. So giving up, throwing up my lethargy, excuse laziness, if I am not continuously working, what will happen? Mama vartma anuvartante manusyaha. All the beings also will follow my own path. Vartma means, varta means, vyavahara means path. They also follow my path of non-performing. And I am the Shrestha Purusha. And already said, Yadyad acharati Shrestha, tat tat eva itaro janaha. So yat pramanam kurute, loka tad anuvartate. So yadi aham navarteyam, if I don't perform, because how? Without being lazy, actively if I don't perform, mama vartma anuvartante manusyaha. Everybody follow my path of not performance. Sarvashaha everywhere. Like a boss doesn't work, everybody stops working. Here, before Manushas, when the Narayana is not working, the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara stop working, the Indra, Adi, then the Palakas, all the Rudra Ganas, the Navagrahas, Ashtavashu, Saptarishi, ये सारे लोग भी अपना काम धीरे धीरे छोड़ देंगे बिकॉज बॉस काम नहीं कर रहा है. Then when everybody starts working, what will happen? Utsi deyuhu ime lokaha. When you don't perform, you don't achieve. When you don't achieve, you get destroyed. So utsi deyu means vinashyeyuhu. Ime lokaha. This whole world will be destroyed. Nakuryat karma chedaham. If I don't work, not directly, indirectly, because they get misguidance from me, because he is not working, boss, I will also not work. Therefore, even I have nothing to gain, yet I am working because I want to keep the people inspired and let them take me as example because Yadyad Achate Shrestha. Therefore, let us become a positive example for others to get inspired and perform, not the non positive. Again, learn this point also from Krishna. Then he says, Sankarasya cha kartasyam. Sankarasya karta means I become a cause of confusion in the world. Sankara means confusion. Whether to perform or not. कोई कर रहा है कोई नहीं कर रहा है नहीं करेंगे तो कहाँ से मिलेगा फल. I'll be polluting, confusing the minds of people. Therefore, I keep on working, working, working. Sankarasya kartasyam, then upahanyam imaha prajaha. I, as a Lord, who is supposed to develop the people or make them grow or reach the goals and prosper, in the third, upahanyam imaha prajaha, I become the cause of their own. Upahanyam means destruction. Like a doctor, instead of saving life, if he kills them, if a policeman, instead of saving, if he becomes the calamity, if the wife and husband, instead of loving and helping each other, they only become criminal to each other. If the guru, instead of becoming a teacher, he becomes a cheater. If the disciple, instead of becoming a disciple with his discipline, he is indisciplined, सारा confusion हो जाएगा ना. So too, I as a God, I am supposed to take care of the world. I become the cause of destruction. And where from all this started, I misguided them. How? By not performing. And what is the logic for me for not performing? I have nothing to gain because I have everything with me. Therefore, I go on working. When I myself am going on working, though I have nothing to gain, then how you can be lazy, Arjuna? So therefore, please remember our thought, word, and deed, at all levels, thought, word, and actions, positive or negative, have their influence in the world. Non-performance is one negativity, performing negatively is second negativity. Avoiding both of them positively, continuously, dynamically, you have to go on performing in this world. Don't look for an alternative or option. No option, no alternative. We set our goals, we plan our planning, we gather our resources, we keep on implementing our plans, and we go on achieving successes. We share that success with others. We become example for others. That is the noble life we have to live. It is in our hands. Thank you, friends. Once we chant these three shlokas, continue tomorrow. Name parthasti kartavyam त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् Ubahanyami ma prajaha. Then tomorrow, beautiful shloka. Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha. We'll have a good title and discuss. And today's common sense thought, understand that you are a part of total. Even if you don't help in the growth of total, don't be a kanta. Don't be a disturbance or obstruction in the totality's progress. And also the mantra for the day is Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Thank you. God bless you. All the best.